Buenos días y bienvenidos. Good morning and welcome once again to another edition of Tiempo. I'm Joe Torres. The theme of this week's show, changes in leadership, and we'll start first at the tremendously impactful nonprofit Latino U College Access. We've had them on the show before, talking about their mission to help first-generation Latino youth enroll in college and graduate. What a track record they've developed in just a few years, promoting higher education and providing bilingual, culturally relevant assistance to help students and their families on the journey to graduation. Now, the founder and CEO of the organization is transitioning into a new role. We'll talk to her about the organization's accomplishments thus far, and we'll meet the new leader and learn about her vision for the future. We had them on Tiempo 9 years ago when the nonprofit first started. Today, we welcome them back to talk about the past, the present, and the future at Latino U College Access. The organization has been helping Latino youth enroll in college and graduate. And over the years, what a track record they have developed, promoting higher education, providing bilingual, culturally relevant assistance to help students and their families on the journey to graduation. And now, a change at the top. Shirley Acevedo Bontempo, founder and CEO of Latino U College Access, will transition now into a new role. Cosette Gutierrez steps in as the incoming executive director. Ladies, thanks for joining us this morning on Tiempo. Shirley, so good to see you again. What a journey it's been. My, oh my, 9 years. Como pasa el tiempo. This is amazing. We had you on Tiempo at the very beginning. We've had you on Tiempo a few times. And here we are for this big moment when it calls for what it seems like change. Shirley, why the big change that you're transitioning now from CEO and founder into a new role?
Thank you so much, Joe. Es un placer estar contigo. I'm so grateful to be back here at Tiempo. This is an exciting time for Luca, for Latino U College Access, because after 9 years of building and growing the foundation of this incredible organization, I feel that the time is right for us to continue to build our leadership and our organization's growth for the future. And so I'm honored to introduce you to Cosette Gutierrez, who will be our new executive director on July 1st, who has been my partner over the last year and will be phenomenal.
You're not going away, right?
Absolutely not. My hope is to continue to serve and to continue to support Luca and the students and the families that come to our organization in pursuit of their college dreams. My new role will be a strategic growth officer, and my hope will be to build strategic partnerships and be an advocate for educational equity for Latino students.
So before I get to Cosette, in that new role and perhaps the greater freedom and the less time commitment that you have to the organization, what will it allow you to do in terms of travel, in terms of recruiting new people to join, new organizations to latch on to? What are you looking forward to having that perhaps you didn't have when you were the CEO?
We're at a really critical point in our organization's life where we are ready to grow and to build. And my goal is to go out and tell the world about the great work that Luca is doing and the programs and the impact that we're having. My hope is to identify partners, both within foundations, private philanthropists, corporate partners that want to invest in this work and want to invest in our community so that we can serve many, many more students and families.
Sounds like more like an ambassador, if you will.
Yes. I'm the founder, and I have been pursuing this vision as a passion. It's been my life's purpose, my vocation. I don't ever want to stop being of service to Luca, but I will always be its main ambassador and its main advocate. And anything that I can do to support Cosette and the board in building this organization and its continuity, I will continue to do.
Cosette, I'm sure you're well aware of this wonderful opportunity, but tremendous responsibility also now. Share with me. I often ask, whenever there's new leadership, it means new ideas, new energy. What sort of goals, Cosette, have you set for yourself in terms of taking Luca to where it's going?
I'm ready to build upon the foundation that Shirley and the team have delivered for the last 9 years. I'm excited because it's an opportunity to support more students, not just locally within Westchester, but one of the goals and dreams that we have is to be able to serve students nationally. So we're going to look to expand. We're going to look to make sure that we're supporting more high school students and then giving the platform for our college students to really shine, because Luca isn't just about getting our students into college. It's about having them be successful into their careers and life. So I look forward to the day where we have tens of thousands of students that are part of the Luca Familia and that we can continue to make sure that their college dreams become a reality.
I don't know if you know the numbers off the top of your head, Shirley. I'm guessing you do. But in the 9 years, the number of kids that have signed on to be part has grown each year. Can you walk me, Cosette, a little bit through, numbers-wise, the progress that you've made?
Sure. Well, Shirley started Luca in 2012 with just 2 students at one school. She and another volunteer decided to make this their passion. Today, we have over 222 students that are enrolled in college. We have 44 students in our high school cohort, and we just announced that we're going to bring in 54 new students to the high school experience with us next year. So we could not be prouder of the growth. It's been tremendous, and I'm just really thankful for Shirley and all the hard work that allows me now to continue to scale and grow this organization.
Que bueno, 54 coming on board. That sounds like that sounds like a 25% increase in just 1 year. So that shows me the tremendous growth that you're bordering on the top of the volcano, and it's about to explode even more. So we're up against our first break. When we come back, you mentioned the pandemic. I do want to ask you a little bit about what challenges that sort of threw at you and everyone else, and then where we're going from here in terms of more regarding the future. So sit tight with us on Tiempo. We're coming right back. Ladies, thanks for staying with us. I want to jump right back into it. Cosette, what has the pandemic taught you, or what have you learned about yourself and the organization? And I ask that because it can be both positive and negative. Take it from there.
Joining Luca just weeks before the pandemic hit was a godsend. I mean, I didn't realize how much my skills would be needed in an organization of our size, and being able to take our team to remote work, virtually converting all of our programming, ensuring that none of our students missed a beat, none of our families missed a beat. So Luca's doors were not open physically, but they certainly were open virtually for our families. And we were able to exceed expectations on all fronts, delivering more programs than we had in the past, engaging volunteers in more ways than we had in the past, and having our families and our students achieve successes that we only dreamed of. 2020 was certainly not a bad year for Luca. It was a banner year for us, and we're just really thankful. So the pandemic put us in a predicament, but we made lemonade out of lemons, and really just made the most of it.
Go ahead, Shirley. I see you want to piggyback on that.
And what I am most proud of is that in a pandemic period that affected Latino students so much, where we saw significant decreases in college enrollment, in college applications and financial aid applications, we're proud to say that 100% of our cohort of scholars completed applications to over 500 universities, have received acceptances, and have received financial aid. And we made sure that every one of our scholars that was in college remained in college, or if they took a hiatus, received an internship. And that's something that our team is so proud of in a period where they could have easily fallen through the cracks. And I thank Cosette and the team for that.
Cosette, back to you. It sounds like that success that you've had through the pandemic and what you've learned along the way, will that better enable you to reach the goals that you've laid out for yourself for the next 3 years in terms of growth, numbers, dollars, etc.?
Absolutely, Joe. When I joined the team, I knew that there were things that I wanted to try and implement, and the pandemic just opened the door for us to do that in order to try new things, look at new virtual programming, take risks in ways that perhaps we wouldn't have done if things were the status quo.
I'm looking for specifics. Maybe, Shirley, you want to get into them. In terms of numbers, where do you want to go?
Yeah, so today we have 54 high school students that are joining our class. In the next 3 years, we hope to triple that to 150 students within Westchester. So we're in 4 of the highest Hispanic school districts in Westchester County, and we're hoping to add 3 more. The demand exceeds our capacity, and we're working quickly, getting partners to support us and engaging our volunteers and our team, because we know that the most important thing that we can do is support more students.
Speaking of support, Shirley, your job will be to go out and get the financial support to help make those dreams come true. Do you have a number in mind in terms of what you're trying to get to make that reality come true?
Absolutely. We've put together an investment prospectus that allows us to project out like our goals for the next 3 years. Our hope is that if we can get to a recruitment of 150 scholars, we would be serving 900 students annually. And our investment requires a $1 million commitment to allow us to be able to scale up to that level, also serving all 7 districts in Westchester County, with an opportunity to explore options on how do we do this in other areas that desperately need these services of culturally relevant bilingual Latino support.
I definitely see the day where administrators and superintendents in the Bronx, in Rockland, and other counties will come knocking at your door saying, we want to do what you're doing. We've only got about a minute left. Cosette, I know I'd like to know a little bit about your background, because in looking at your bio, it seems to me that you were almost both personally and professionally groomed for this new responsibility that you have.
As a daughter of a first-generation immigrant, my mom came to this country from Dominican Republic with a dream. She didn't graduate from high school, but she knew the importance of education, and she instilled that in me. So being the first in my family to go to college, I went to MIT for my undergraduate. I really didn't know what that meant, but it certainly taught me a lot and has gotten me to this point. My life's passion has been to connect students with their colleges, with their careers, to help people find the place that they're supposed to be. And when I discovered Luca, I couldn't believe that it existed. And I knew that it was a place that I was destined to be. So after meeting Shirley on a winter day, spending 3 hours in her office, getting to know each other, I knew that this was where I was supposed to be.
And that wraps up this week's show. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us. I'm Joe Torres. We'll see you next week for another edition of Tiempo.